With over 90 different neighborhoods in Pittsburgh, each has their own distinct personality. Pittsburgh is known for its rich history and unique architecture, especially in-home design. From Pittsburgh's Little Italy to Shady Side's Victorian-style mansions, you can find a variety of trending styles in the city's communities. Formerly a magazine, Pittsburgh's Finest Kitchens features unique kitchens and bathrooms created by local designers, architects, and builders. Whether it's traditional charm or contemporary spaces, the kitchen is evolving to satisfy the demands we put on it. Implemented in the design, these spaces are an extension of the homeowner's taste and lifestyle.
Hi, my name is Kent Koch. I own Koch Construction Company. We've been in business since 1988. We do high-end residential new homes, remodeling, and we do some light commercial fit-outs. The story behind this kitchen goes back 2 years now. I was living in the townhouse next to this, and I noticed this particular townhouse was going to go up for sale. So I purchased it and decided I was going to do a gut reno of it and build the kitchen and bath and rest of the townhouse the way I wanted it. 100% modern. I wanted to bring all the aspects that I've worked with other people into my own home. I've done all the design on this myself. My daughter's helped me with lighting and a few other things, but for the most part, this is what we like to do.
Wow, Kent, this space is absolutely beautiful. I love the natural elements. I love the colors. Tell us a little bit about the space. How did you get to this?
Well, when I bought this unit, there was a wall dividing the kitchen on this half and the dining room on this half. And we know today nobody uses a dining room. So I decided to take the wall out between the two and make one big kitchen with a 12 by 5 island. You won't find a 12 by 5 island in a townhouse.
No.
Not at all.
No.
And I wanted to get a walk-in pantry, which is to your right there. We put in double ovens. Wanted to keep this area under the TV up a little higher. It's 42 inches off the floor, which is not normal in a kitchen, but it's a countertop where you could use it as a buffet. And then we have the TV above it with the linear lights beside the TV.
It's beautiful, it really is. Like I said, I really like all the natural elements with the gray cabinets too. I think that you did a really nice job of kind of making that all flow really well together. And I mean, those lights are really cool. All right, so as we come around this island over here, I noticed the built-in refrigeration. Did you always have an idea of doing some kind of built-in refrigeration? Were you kind of inspired when you got to Dawn's to do built-in? What was kind of the inspiration behind this?
I always wanted to have a matching refrigerator freezer, and this particular unit is very sleek, very modern looking, and that's what I wanted in the kitchen here.
Wonderful. And then as we come over here, I noticed, is this another galley over here too?
That's not a galley.
Okay.
I believe it's an LK sink, just an undermount, but it works well for just general dishwashing, which I don't want to do in the galley. When you have a galley, you have to have a second sink in the kitchen.
Absolutely. So going over here, I love, like I said earlier, I really love all the natural elements you brought in. The induction cooktop. I mean, induction is truly, I feel like it's always kind of been trendy, but I feel like trends have definitely kind of moved toward the induction. Have you got to experiment a lot on the Freedom? What have you kind of got to cook on here?
I've only ever cooked on electric until I got the electric induction, and the induction is so responsive.
Yes.
I'm amazed at how quickly it'll boil water, and I have a lot more control over anything else I'm cooking with the induction.
Absolutely.
And this kitchen should have something like that.
Absolutely.
It's modern.
And I love that you kind of did this on the side versus in the island. I feel like we see a lot of cooktops in the island. I like that you gave this kind of a new perspective of another way to design a kitchen.
I did not want to have a hood, but we have to have a hood.
Yeah.
So the cabinetry is designed to hide the hood and just blend in to the kitchen.
And I think you did a beautiful job through here. I mean, until you kind of come around, you don't see the hood at all. So it's perfect. Wonderful.
Thank you.
And then as we come over here, you know, I noticed, like we talked about the galley. Here are those other lights, which I love that they kind of mirror each other, which is great.
As I said earlier, I wanted symmetry, but yet not symmetry. Well, both ends of the kitchen are symmetrical with the linear lighting. On this end, it's around the window, where on the other end, it's around the TV. Just wanted to get the same look.
Yeah.
And then I used very linear tile in a random pattern on this wall. And I think it looks it goes real well with those lights.
It does. It really does. It pulls everything really well together. And then, I mean, as you're coming over here to the galley, I mean, you have that perfect view too with the galley to kind of, you know, do what you need to do, like we said about entertaining and still having that natural light come in.
And what's nice is you can prep here and then go right to the induction behind us.
All that nice even flow. Yep, I love that.
And it's not a kitchen if you don't have some wine refrigeration. So
absolutely.
In the corner over here, we have a beverage center wine refrigerator that we try to keep full of wine.
Knowing you, that doesn't surprise me. Well, that is perfect. Ken, this kitchen, like I said, is absolutely beautiful. I think you did such a great job bringing all the elements together, the modern that we talked about earlier that you really wanted to implement in here. I think you did a terrific job with.
Thank you very much.
Yes. And thank you so much for joining us, and hope to see you soon.
Awesome kitchen there. I love the induction on there. So I'm going to talk about some of the features and the benefits of the induction right now. We have a rolling pot of tea here. I'm actually going to put my hand right here, and it's cool to the touch. Even if I remove this, there'll be a little residual heat on the glass. But the induction magnetrons really create a burner right to the pot. Another benefit is the cleanability of induction. Being that this is a glass surface, we can wipe it nice and clean with a microfiber towel, or if we have a heavy stain, we can use a little bit of vinegar and baking soda. It will do the job. Another feature and a benefit is, you know, the fast boiling, the responsive time that Ken talked about. We're gonna put a pot on the stove right here, and we're gonna put 1 cup of water in here, and we're gonna boil this up, and we're gonna pair it next to a gas cooktop and see who boils faster. So in the matter of seconds, we're already boiling, and once I touched on again, I can put my hand right here. It's cool to the touch, meaning that it's only creating that burner of the pot. Nice and easy, it'll just go that far. We can put it back on, we automatically get a responsive boil. But from the response, I can take it from now to a boil, and if I hit 0, it's instant on, instant off. And that's the difference between induction.
I'm Lee Murphy.
And I'm Paige Murphy, and we are the owners and designers of LP Designs.
LP Design mainly focuses on residential projects, kitchens and bathrooms. We also do soft finishes, exteriors, we work on paint colors, and we do also extend ourselves into commercial work as well. Well, this was a unique project for us. The original home was a traditional colonial, and then we worked along with an architect and an architectural firm, and we also worked with our contractors. We added this great room, butler pantry, laundry room, so it was really a fun project to work on.
Yeah, and the family, you know, they really wanted a more open space, a bigger kitchen for their crazy lifestyle and their family, you know, that's large, kids. So whenever we opened into this open concept, we made the big island and we gave them a very spacious area to be able to keep up with what they needed on a day-to-day basis.
So Paige, tell us about this space. It's so beautiful.
Thank you. So this is a kitchen that we made with a whole new addition in the house. The client was really looking for a big, larger open space than what they had previously. So we worked with an architect, and it was nice. We got to kind of have a blank slate and just sort of create what we wanted and what worked best for the family.
So one of my favorite things, just looking through the space, is this wall. Tell me how you came up with the design.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously the range is a moment in and of itself. It's beautiful, but we really wanted to accentuate it in the best ways that we can. So we have the vaulted ceilings, which we brought the hood up to the ceiling, which was, you know, a custom hood made to really make your eye go up and really see what we, you know, made in the ceilings. We also pulled the stone up behind the stove, which is a really nice feature. It also helps with cleaning when you're cooking and things like that, as well as the shelf that we made out of the stone as well.
Oh,
just
it's
for
also
everyday
beautiful.
items that you know are easy to grab, and while you're cooking, it makes it a lot easier.
And the lighting, I love the way you brought the lighting throughout. This renovation, I think it looks so pretty. It's classic and modern at the same time.
Yeah, it's a very bright space in here. It gets a lot of natural light, but you know, at nighttime it's nice to have all of that additional lighting, and sconces on either side of the range just really gives that last wow factor to the side of the wall.
It's so pretty. Great. So look at this. It's so beautiful. It looks like cabinetry.
Yes, that's the best feature
Tell us
of
what it is.
Yeah, so while it looks like it's its own piece of cabinetry here, it's actually 2 sub-zero columns. One is a freezer column and one is a refrigerator column. So, you know, they kind of just blend away, which is great whenever, you know, you have your refrigerator, you don't have to see it. So that's a really nice feature. And then we flanked the pantries on either side with roll-out cabinets and shelving. So, you know, it's not just needing to be the refrigerator, it also has use for all of the storage of your food and everything as well.
Well, and I like how you played the knurling off on the poles.
Yes.
To just bring us to the plumbing throughout the space as well.
Yeah, it was a nice way to really, you know, kind of tie everything together. These are bigger knobs, so they really have a presence about them. And then they tie right in with our faucets and the rest of the fixtures.
It's beautiful.
So we have the Brizo faucet. You know, as we said, we have quite a bit of gold going on in here, but we really mixed metals in a way of different golds. You know, we didn't necessarily do brush, nickel, and gold, but we pulled out some antique golds, we pulled out some brush golds, which is a really nice way to bring dimension, but also have the nice cohesive look.
Yes, and I also see for the island you used the, you did the dishwasher in the island, and then you put the dishwasher, a second dishwasher somewhere else.
Yes, for this family we did double dishwasher and double sink, just, you know, as an additional prep space. And then if you have an additional prep space, I think you need an additional dishwasher. So we have one in the main island right next to the sink here, and then one on the other side of the wall. That really gives them that opportunity to, you know, just keep clean with the family and what they need to do.
They have a large family, and I bet
yes.
they entertain a lot, so it does
Exactly.
help to balance the space when you have different areas.
Absolutely.
So tell us about this big, beautiful island.
Yeah, so the island is definitely the feature of the kitchen. As I mentioned before, we kind of had a big open space to work with. The client really wanted this to be their gathering space with their family. You know, all their meals, their dinners, breakfasts, all to kind of take place around this island. So we wanted to make it as large as possible. And not only does it work as seating and, you know, where they're gonna spend a lot of their time, we have a lot of extra storage as well. You know, we have cabinetry underneath, we have one of our dishwashers here, a microwave. So it houses, it has function, but it also has, you know, the beauty of the statement that it has in the kitchen.
Oh, it's so pretty. Okay, so let's talk about this area here. It looks like it's like a coffee station.
Yeah, it kind of has a few different functions to it. We kind of started because we really wanted to accentuate the window. You know, I mean, it was a beautiful window that we put in, shows the beautiful backyard, and everyone loves having a sink, you know, looking out the window while you're prepping or doing dishes and things like that. So we added the second sink for prep space, and then, you know, this can have multi-use. I know the client uses it for kind of a coffee bar in the morning. If you're having friends over, you can use it as a bar, serving area. We sort of wanted to mimic the other side of the kitchen as well, and not just keep this as dead space. So we, you know, while they're not totally symmetrical, it's really nice to have the balance of either end having these items on the side.
Oh, it looks fantastic. Great job.
Thanks.
So, Paige, thank you so much for allowing us to come in and see your space and how you created it.
Thank you. It was a really fun project, and we love to showcase it. Wonderful clients, so it's great, you know, that you guys got to come see it, and thanks for having us.
You're welcome. It was fantastic. Thanks so much.
you.
So we're here today with Abby Cunningham from A Rose Interiors. When you're remodeling your kitchen, what is the first step in their creative design process that you encourage the client to kind of tackle and handle?
Sure. You know, especially in a kitchen project, it really is the hub of the home. It's where we are every day. It's where we function, we live, we eat, we entertain. So it's really important to hone in on your appliance selection first.
Okay.
Really walking through how you cook or don't. Maybe it's reheat, but really understanding how the homeowner or the client really uses their kitchen space. The importance of the appliance selection first in the process really dictates perhaps new rough-ins that need to be considered. So it's really important to hone in on those appliances as far as installation. That then sets the entire footprint perhaps for the kitchen layout. We then can design cabinetry and cabinet options around those appliance sizes and rough-in needs.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yes.
Because they are a large piece of the component in the kitchen.
Absolutely.
So.
I mean, the important piece in the kitchen, yes.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
I'm Emily Klapkowski, the owner of YouNeek Designs. YouNeek Designs is a full-service renovation design studio. So whether it's something inside your house or outside, a full addition, we handle soup to nuts the whole process, from scope definition and space planning, all the way through design, 3D renderings. We pull in the contractors and we help manage the design implementation. So we're really full service and take you from start to finish. This outdoor kitchen started as a blank canvas with a patio, had an existing pool, and he's a big entertainer. So the homeowner really wanted a covered space, somewhere that he could entertain, lots of seats, and the outdoor kitchen really became the centerpiece of the whole design.
Wow, this is like the entertainer's dream. Tell us a little bit about the space prior to it becoming all of this.
We really had a blank slate. It was just a concrete patio. It had a lower area where there was a hot tub, but with his upper patio with the pool, he didn't really use a lot of that, so that got nixed from the scope on this project.
And then it became all of this. I think one of the things that really caught my eye, besides, I mean, the overall beautiful space as is, was the heaters. So it looks like you can use this pretty much almost all year, right?
He uses this all the way into December, so he's out here year round, added the retractable screens on the outside. So once he's got the infrared heaters, which is heating, the objects over the air, it really becomes an outdoor living space 3/4 of the year instead of just 3 months.
And I think I saw a lot of the different lighting and everything too. Tell us a little bit about all the different lighting that they have to offer through here.
We really like to layer the lighting and not just have one choice, depending on the type of day, the ambiance you're going for. So we've got overhead wafer lights, we've got fan lights, we've got pendant lighting on the side so that we could have the retractable screens. And then we also have the outdoor lighting of the post lights as well as the sconces on the house. So these are all switched separately, they're all dimmable, so there's a lot of ways he can set the mood and different lighting for different, Super Bowl games and these sorts of things.
Wonderful. So yeah, I mean, I even noticed through here, this, you told me earlier that this is a complete custom piece for
stadium. We call them stadium seating.
Perfect.
Yeah, we do it inside, we do it outside, try to create a table that's up behind the sofa.
Just so that you can see the whole game and not missing any of the action.
Exactly.
And then I love over here, that bar space too. I mean, having the bar over here, walking into this covered area, was there always an idea to have both kind of areas going into one another? Was there ever a talk about flip-flopping the space? Kind of what was the idea behind all this?
Well, we wanted to understand, what do you really want to be covered full time? And it was the sofa area. Nobody wants to be pulling cushions off all of the time.
Neither.
But he wanted the outdoor eating, the outdoor bar, and have the cooking space as well. So that's where the louvered pergola comes into play. So it can be open, allow the sunshine in, but if it starts raining, we can close it, and this can be a dry space as well. So it kind of gives the flexibility of both.
So rain or shine, it doesn't matter, you're watching the game outside.
Exactly. We got TVs on both sides of the wall. TVs were very important in this design.
So tell us a little bit about the cooking space, because as I see here, this is not a traditional grill.
This is not. This is a Coyote pellet smoker, and it also can function as a grill. It's got rotisseries on it. So he has a much larger grill freestanding that he had. So his goal here was really all about smoker, and then to have the griddle next to it gives him a lot of flexibility. You can see it's a big space. He has big parties, lots of people. Lots of food.
This is perfect for that. And then as we kind of go over this way too, I mean, it's a large bar area, which I love because there's enough room for all of those people that are coming over for the get-togethers. I see you have the built-in outdoor ice maker and then the 2 refrigeration units here. I think something that, you know, at least I've come to find is people kind of forget that you can put some of these units outside, especially the ice maker.
Right. These are all outdoor appliances, and this is weatherproof cabinetry that's made out of composite. It gives us a lot more storage capability than if we were to do a stoned outdoor kitchen, which seems to be a little more common. So we've become a dealer for this product, and we really like incorporating it because it gets you that indoor kitchen storage out here, because all of these pieces have a lot of accessories to go along with them.
Yeah.
So we need places to put them all.
And I think what I like so much about this space here and like creating design behind this is, you know, Pittsburgh people think you can only really be outside in one season.
Right.
But this is giving you the opportunity to truly embrace all year round the outdoor living area.
Of course, exactly. And like he said, he's here, you know, New Year's Eve sitting outside. You know, we get these 60, 70 degree days in winter, and he's out here.
I love it. I mean, everything is so beautiful. I mean, truly, this is a work of art. I love everything, how everything's tied together, the colors, the appliances, everything. So thank you so much for joining us, and we look forward to seeing more projects from you.
Thank you.
My name is Nita Davis, and I work with my husband for the company Pete Davis Incorporated, or Pete Davis Builders. We do solely custom homes, ranging from 2,000 square feet up to 10, 12, 15,000 square feet. He's been building since 1991, right out of school, and he's been building ever since. We generally do maybe 4, 5 homes a year. This home, we met the homeowners about 2 years ago, and it started with they came in with a custom print from a local architect that we work with, and our initial meeting was they wanted to be a new concept, very bright light, lots of glass. So we started out, one of the first things they did, like we talked about cabinetry. That was a big part, because as you'll see, there's cabinetry all through this house, a lot of it. And then so we had them go to Dawn's Appliances to pick out their appliances so that we could begin the process of doing the cabinetry. They have 2 kitchens. They have a second work kitchen and a pantry connected to that. She cooks a lot.
Erica, wow, this is amazing. Tell us about your space.
So this is the main kitchen area. So we wanted an open concept living space where everyone could gather, particularly around the island here. I've got 2 teenage children, lots of family and friends that come over to eat. So we wanted to have a gathering space around the island. The breakfast nook over here is an easy place where everybody can just sit down if we're just here as a family of 4 and grab some dinner. This area here is kind of a coffee bar drink area with a drink fridge from Dawn's.
I love this and how it all works together, so you can come in the morning and make your coffee.
Yep. Very functional drink space here, a little sink to wash coffee cups out and such, and make coffee with a lot of storage above. So this is sort of the breakfast nook area. The island, we spent a lot of time designing. It's the waterfall concept, of course, which goes down across the top and down the side. We wanted to tie in sort of the woodwork of the space with some white cabinetry as well as the light white oak look. So we did the sides of the island and the white oak wood. The hood obviously is in the white oak as well. And then the cabinetry, I wanted a little bit of a lighter take. My former kitchen was really, really dark, so I was ready for a little bit of a change with that.
Big contrast, and then look at this beautiful range.
Contrast. The range definitely is a pretty feature of the kitchen. It's one of those pieces that you don't want to use because you don't want to get it dirty.
Right.
But it's really functional.
Gorgeous.
I do love the 6-burner top, which is super nice when you're cooking several different things. The double ovens will come in really nicely for the holidays.
And you have the griddle?
Yes, I actually haven't used the griddle yet because it's pretty and I've been hesitant to use it, but yes. I'm excited to use the griddle. The pot filler is a nice feature there as well.
So it looks like we have some ovens over here, and I'm not sure, but I'm thinking that's your refrigerator.
Yes, that is the refrigerator. This is the wall oven combo with a speed oven on top and the standard oven below, which comes in really handy because the speed oven functions as a microwave. It's a convection baker. It broils. It has a lot of different features, which is really, really nice. So for bigger events, bigger meals, multiple things that need in the oven, the combination of this with the range ovens over here works really nice.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes. So, and tell us about the refrigerator. You did a paneled refrigerator?
Yes. We wanted to kind of blend the refrigerator out here in with the cabinetry, and so we did the panel doors on the fridge. It's super clean and sleek. Lots of space in there with the fridge and the freezer, and then a couple extra fridges and freezers in the back. So
great. So here we are coming into another space that looks like a whole other kitchen. Tell us why you decided to do this layout.
This was sort of my pet project in the whole house build, was what I called the prep kitchen. And I think it grew to a bigger space than we originally intended, because I do like to cook, like to entertain, always kind of wanted a space where I could make a mess, cook unapprehended without worrying about messes in front of company. And so that was kind of what this space was intended to be. We wanted an extra fridge and a freezer back here. And I think as we started thinking through the functionality of it, it kind of got bigger and more involved, and then ended up kind of having what my husband refers to as the real kitchen back here, the full kitchen,
well, it's such
in addition to the outside one.
Yeah, it's such a great compliment to what you have going on in there. You still feel the same aesthetic through it, yet it seems like you can work in here. And
kind of had the same theme going on, but wanted just counter space, island space. I was really excited about the under counter ice maker here, which is really, really handy.
Oh, that's fantastic.
We've got kids that are in sports and they need ginormous coolers and water bottles filled up. So
all the time.
That's super nice to have. Having an extra dishwasher is super handy. I feel like before we had one dishwasher and I ran it frequently, but now we have both of these going pretty much every evening after dinner.
That's a great idea.
So that's really nice. The range over here I use all the time. It was sort of an afterthought in our original plans. I didn't have a range in the prep kitchen, but once we got the dishwasher and the ice maker and the fridge and freezer, it kind of made sense to have some sort of heat source back here. So we ended up getting the slide-in range with the microwave built in above, and I use that constantly. I use that every day. Kids got microwaves going here and out in the main kitchen. And then the extra fridge and freezer there is remarkable for just storing prep supplies and not having to like go downstairs to the basement or go out to the garage to grab stuff. It's nice to have an extra fridge and freezer over here.
Well, it's beautiful.
Thank you so much.
It's beautiful. Thank you so much for having us in your home. It's just absolutely
It was a pleasure to work
gorgeous.
with Dawn. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us for our video edition of Pittsburgh's Finest Kitchens. We want to thank our designers and clients for allowing us into their homes to showcase their work. Be sure to go to donsappliances.com and see the vast array of products that we have been offering over the last 52 years being a family-run business. Thank you again for watching. Be sure to keep an eye out for the next edition of Pittsburgh's Finest Kitchens.